Hello, this is Ezekiel Garcia here at 2016 Phoenix Comicon for GuffandStuff.net. I'm here with David from Rainbow Studios, and we have MX versus ATV Supercross Encore. Excuse me. Here, tell us more about it.
Yeah, so we just came back to the studio in 2014. We opened up the doors again after THQ went out of business. Nordic Games opened it back up and brought some of us back, and we put out MX vs. ATV Supercross Encore, which is available on 360, PS3, PS4, PC, and then Xbox One next month.
And with this new game being released, what changes have you made in terms of the last iterations of this series? Because I know like this is something. Cause I'm guessing this is something that hasn't been touched up in a while. I assume so.
Right, so the last game we put out was MX vs. ATV Live in 2011. Since then, we went back and we took some of the tracks from MX vs. ATV Live, we updated the physics, made it more accessible, and we also kind of did a throwback. Everybody had a favorite from all of the previous games, Unleashed, Untamed, Reflex, Alive, so we took a little bit of elements from that, like our preload system was from one of the older ones. We had the track deformation from Reflex, the dual stick controls from Reflex and Alive. We also went back to single stick controls for some of the older gamers that really appreciated just being able to do everything on one stick. We also came out with a brand new game mode, which is our rhythm racing. And in the rhythm racing, it's kind of like an update to some other Nintendo games where you just go straight down the drag strip as quick as you can and hit obstacles on it.
And one thing I was absolutely excited about, because I didn't know that Rainbow Studios was here in Arizona. So I'm like, this actually is very exciting, especially since right over there we have a Darksiders 2 over there. And, I believe, that was a very good game. I think it was extremely underrated. And, it's just really, I'm just really, happy to know that the games, the creators of Darksiders 2 are based in Arizona. So, like, I understand, this was like after, this is obviously, THQ is no longer here. So, like, has this studio been around since, has been in Arizona since even before THQ went out of business? Or was this part of THQ when it was still around?
Oh, so Rainbow Studios, which is where we make MX vs. ATV, it's been around since the 90s. We did Motocross Madness, ATV Off-Road Fury on the PS2, which a lot of people remember. We also did a game for Disney Pixar, the movie Cars, when it came out with Paul Newman. That one, if you pop the disc in, you'll see a Rainbow Studios logo. Darksiders is actually going to be done by, I believe it's Gunfire Games. They're back east. It's another studio that's owned by Nordic Games. So we're pretty excited. They just remastered Darksiders 2 for the PS4 to see if there's still an interest in the game, and surprisingly there is. There's a lot of fans involved, so hopefully, keep our fingers crossed, maybe Nordic Games will do a third and fourth Darksiders, which we'd all like to see, hopefully.
And it's funny because, like, with games like Darksiders and a whole lot of other franchises, especially with THQ no longer around, a lot of companies came to pick up the pieces. Like Saints Row is obviously Volition has been working on Saints Row. They're working with Deep Silver, Homefront. Again, I think it's Dam Buster Studios. Dam Buster Studios, they picked up Homefront. So when THQ went out of business, what was that like? Like, what was going on? What was going through everyone's minds?
Well, a lot of us, we saw the writing on the walls. Saw things kind of slow down a little bit. Our Alive game, we actually cut production on it just because we needed to get it out the door. It was heartbreaking because this was a huge company. They grew it. It was a huge family. We all talked to each other at different studios. So to one day just be out of a job from something that everybody's known, especially Rainbow being from the 90s, and then THQ picked them up in the early 2000s. It was kind of heartbroken, and some of us actually left the industry altogether until Nordic Games picked up the THQ licenses and asked us if we wanted to come back.
And with that being said, is there anything else in the future for Rainbow Studios? Any new projects you guys are working on currently?
Okay. Well, what I can tell you is Xbox One comes out next month. We have new levels that we haven't released before that we'll be announcing in a couple weeks. And then it's also it's safe to say that we are going to be working on another full-blown sequel that we hope to have out in the next couple years. But that's all I can say right now, so sorry, yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts? Any way we can reach out to you guys at Rainbow?
Sure. So we have our Facebook page, facebook.com/MX vs. ATV. We have our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, and we're usually posting up fan-made videos all the time up there. So come check them out. They're fun.
All right, nice. Well, thank you so much, David, for doing this interview.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's been very exciting to know that Nordic Games, the people who worked on games that people still cherish to this day. Are based in Arizona. So thank you so much for doing this interview.
Thanks, sir. It's good to be back.
No problem. And this is Ezekiel Garcia, and you guys take care.
GuffandStuff.net